Hello everybody and welcome to today's match. This is me. Hooray! Hello. I have a webcam now. It's a really bad webcam. But I'll be gone soon, don't worry. Today's match was going to be BGPF versus Imba Battlenet. However, we have had to change it slightly. So it is now Imba Battlenet versus JAMBO, and you will have you'll recognise JAMBO because they have also played in other games that we have hosted. So they are in the tournament. This is just a practice game. Hopefully, BGPF will be here for their match once this one is finished. But I wanted to bring you a stream, so I've decided to bring you this one, which is excellent news. Everybody's just joined the game, so now we are literally just waiting on. There we go. Right. The game is loading and I will switch this screen off as soon as is possible for you guys, so you don't have to stare at my ugly mug anymore and you can enjoy the wondrous thing that is Dota. I will be co-casting today with, it's a very special treat, with my co-founder Vague. So you will hear his voice in the background. Don't be confused and don't be scared. It is fine. Everything is under control. It's not in your head. He's really here. Okay. Ah, Dota takes so long to load the first time. So annoying. Hurrah! Okay, we are off, and hopefully you can also hear Vague. Vague, you there?
Yes, I am. Hello and welcome to the first doubly commentated and streamed, obviously, practice match, unfortunately, but we will obviously be going on of a practice team and a team that was actually meant to turn up. We are waiting at the moment for BGPF, but with this practice match, if they do not turn up, by the end of this practice match, it will be over. But let's focus on actually what's going on right now, and it's a practice match because it's still just as much fun. Jamie?
Indeed. We are seeing obvious first bans coming straight out, getting rid of those really strong mid heroes, and Batrider being banned out by JAMBO, probably after their game with Gamerson, where Batrider was ridiculous in mid, to say the least.
Radiant team ban.
We've got, just at the moment, really big kind of counter heroes ban. Magnus by the other team. We've got Magnus obviously getting rid of huge ulti and a massive pain supporting cleave that added to anyone like Sven would just make them unstoppable. And you've also got rid of Nyx, which means that they can pick intelligence carries and not have to worry about that incredible level of counter, which means they might have an intelligence heavy team considering that ban is so situational.
It is true. It's a very situational ban for first picks and first ban stage, but we'll have to see how they run it. They're obviously fearing the Nyx to try and ruin some sort of strategy, so they're more than likely going to have some sort of jungler, maybe an Enchantress or a Chen. We'll have to see how that one plays out.
5 seconds remaining.
Darkseer band, that's obvious. Oh, Templar Assassin is the first pick. That's the hard carry obviously already picked with Jakira as a keeper of the light. Instant picking here.
So they're locking out their obvious support heroes for that tri-lane, trying to get as much, trying to get the best supports they can. Keep the light obviously very good on the tri-lane, just for the stacking and pulling element. He can also harass really, really well, shooting from the jungle. And Jakiro, we don't need to be told how good Jakiro is on a tri-lane. We've all seen it before. So, Templar Assassin, one of the strongest mids, especially after the ban of the Batrider.
10 seconds.
Yeah, she's almost unstoppable if you get that Batrider banned, because she's possibly the second best mid hero in the game, second to Batrider.
Reserve time.
That's a bold statement. Do you know
It
there's anybody else who could top her?
It is a bold statement. Well, I've seen a few strategies aimed at that Templar Assassin, but most of them involve Chaos Knight and Leshrax, or Wisps and Leshrax, or just certain.
Oh, I would love to see a Chaos Knight and Wisp mid.
I would love to see that as well. We'll have to see, but the Templar Assassin is very, very difficult to stop in mid. She can just free farm so ridiculously well, and she doesn't really have a heavy counter except Batrider, who's already gone. So.
Obviously we've got Keeper, who I'm guessing will take the hard lane, considering 1 Q and you've destroyed an entire creep wave.
That is a good point. His Q is ridiculously good for farming, and it can. But the only problem with it is its sort of push capability. At the beginning of the game, pushing the lane as hard as Keeper does have repercussions as well as benefits. So.
Oh, Lifestealer. They have gone for a jungler without a doubt. Okay. And Shadow Demon, a very strong, very aggressive support. So it'd be fantastic to see how they work together, if they're working together at all, and if Lifestealer is in fact going to go jungle, or if they're going to go for more of a tri-lane tactic, supporting Lifestealer in that way.
Well, it's
the thing I'm most interested to see is.
It's a definite possibility. The Lifestealer will more than likely be sitting up shop in the lane at the beginning of the game at least, supported by hopefully Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon's a really good support at the moment. It immediately locks out Jambo from playing anti-mage completely. You cannot pick an anti-mage against Shadow Demon. You'll get wrecked. So it gives them more bans for the carries later on, like Sven and such, so that they can limit Jambo's ability. Invoker.
I think they're going to regret banning Nyx when the Jambo have all intelligence as a team. My goodness gracious, this could be a very good... Obviously, Invoker most likely to mid against Templar, and probably a very good counter against if he goes heavily into Wex to be able to counter that refraction quickly.
Yeah, he will
also, if they go Quas and Exalt.
He will have to almost certainly play Quas and Wex if he's going to stand a chance against his Templar Assassin in mid. But I can see why Jambo have picked the Invoker. He's not particularly strong against Templar Assassin unless, as we said, he goes that pure support role. But they've locked out their supports early, which is very good. And now, as you can see, all of the carry bans coming out of Imba, just as I predicted. Once they locked out that Shadow Demon, they actually banned Anti-Mage as well. So they definitely don't want him to be picked up. But it's still interesting.
Answer a fantastic ban and Void.
Yeah,
they're just getting rid of all of the hardest carries that they can, I suppose. With Templar Assassin, they've already locked the best they can. But now we really need to see more supports.
Leaving Sven in the pool, which is interesting.
Well, that's a very good point. I hadn't thought of that. But Sven be that valuable against this much? I mean, you've got Invoker for incredible amounts of CC. If he does go a semi-carry, semi-support role, it's unsure of just how much he's going to do. Obviously, Quaswex the only really viable build against Templar Assassin. Yeah. Unless he's going for some crazy Wex Exhort, which I don't know if it will save. I don't think it'll save him.
No,
at the moment,
he would have to play exceptionally well. But yeah, as you're pointing out at the moment, it basically just looks like all of the big carry bans have been banned out by Imba. They obviously don't fear Sven. They don't like him that much. And the other big one is the Dragon Knight. So we'll have to see how they play it. But Sven, if they're going to pick Sven, they're going to obviously have to opt for the quick BKB.
Leshrac. Oh, could they be attempting to do that? Could be elimination itself of just the ability to mid.
Yeah, it also looks like they're trying to lock out their tri-lane. Leshrac and Shadow Demon is a ridiculously strong combo. If you can time it right and if you've played it enough, the Shadow Demon, I can't even remember what it's called, Disruption added with the Leshrac Split Earth can just be absolutely devastating. And can quite easily kill a hero, any hero on lane at the beginning of the game.
So while I'm unsure what Keeper would either be an extremely aggressive helpful support in the tri lane, just queuing to catch the last of the kills, or more likely in the hard lane, it seems like the only thing we have left from the practice team are the hard lane. Meanwhile, we've got more interesting picks for Jambo, wondering exactly where they're going to go with everything. Obviously, Jakiro is going to be the biggest support in the tri lane, and that queue would be deadly with anyone who has extremely high damage, and could be enough so that they can choose a very squishy carry, although there are very few left.
Yeah, that
seems like Jambo are kind of in a lock.
Maybe even a Weaver could come out and be seen. Weaver is particularly good against Lifestealer, because there's almost no way Lifestealer can keep him locked down for long enough to get off a Sakuchi. So it'll be interesting to see. But so it looks like Keeper of the Light.
I think Windrunner's going to hard lane.
It looks like Keeper of the Light will be playing with these soft lane support, and then we're going to be having the we're going to be having the Windrunner on the hard lane. That makes a bit of sense, but you got to fear Windrunner's just going to get absolutely nothing. She gets caught slightly out of position. Shadow Demon and Leshrac are going to rip her apart, especially with the slow of Lifestealer. It could be pretty devastating.
5 seconds remaining.
Waiting on last picks now. It looks like Imba Battlenet still need their hard lane support, so I wouldn't be surprised with Queen of Pain or a Clinks. There's Clinks, yay! Everyone's favourite hard lane support. It's interesting because I saw it. Oh yeah, I saw a game a few weeks ago where Clinks was actually put on the safe lane solo, and they hard laned the tri lane just so that Clinks could destroy the Windrunner, because Clinks just has so much fun against Windrunner on a 1v1 lane that they just preempted it, and there was nothing Windrunner could do, and Clinks ended up dominating the game. So that's a viable strategy for Imba as well. We'll have to see which way they run it, but it's a possibility.
Reserve time.
Juggernaut! Hard carry Juggernaut. Yes, I haven't seen one of these in a very long time.
I haven't seen a Juggernaut in forever. Do you reckon they're going to go for an extremely speedy tactic? But then they're going to have to go a lot more on his crits and just dealing outright damage rather than speed if they want to keep him up as a harder carry later game. Unless they're really pinning everything on Invoker, in which case, well, it's going to have a horrible time against Star.
They do have a very, very good early game, and they do have a lot of capability to push down towers very early. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Juggernaut completely ignore Battle Fury and go straight for maybe a Diffusal Blade. And just start trying to dominate early game and get as many kills as he can, and we'll see how they play it. But the tower push strategy does look very, very on for Jambo, especially with the Juggernaut ward. Would you like me to do the Radiant and you do the Dire?
That sounds absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay. We have Coco, who's going to be taking on the Invoker. We have Acid, who will be on the Juggernaut. KBL will be on Keeper of the Light. Harry will be on the Windrunner, going off to the hard lane. And Jakiro will be manned by Grimson.
On the Dire, we have Samus as the Leshrac. We have Imba MNT as the Templar Assassin, our hardest carry. Infamous as the terrifying Shadow Demon. We have Lifestealer played by Jock 3 Rec 1, we'll call him Jock for now to make everything easier, and we have Ara as Clinks, who looks like he is solo laning the easy lane, making him extremely strong against Windrunner. Well done. Fantastic. And tri-lane and the hard lane.
I am the I call it every time.
Fantastic call, and it looks like this is going to be a fantastic game because 3v3 in one lane always produces the best thing to see.
Oh yeah,
I cannot wait to see this. Let's just see how well they counter ward, because when you're tri-laning a hard lane, everything comes down to this counter ward.
Indeed. They're obviously going to be blocking off that big camp with the sentries, and with the observers. There's the observer to block it off right now, and you've got to feel in this 3v3. You've got to feel Imba have got it right. Imba's tri-lane looks so much stronger than the one that's been put out by Jambo. The Keeper of the Light's not going to be able to do anything. If he even starts channeling his Q, he's going to instantly die to the Leshrac and the Shadow Demon. So they're going to have a lot of trouble down
Jambo
there.
Jambo have a lot more of a carry-heavy team. We're expecting them to probably try and turtle maybe if the pushing gets so strong. Obviously, Windrunner and Keeper of the Light really able to push, especially an Invoker with any points in Exort. If the second he starts building up more of those, I can't remember the name, Forged Spirits, it's just going to be a painful level of push. And already...
Imba have really got to look out for that, and already Imba are putting the pressure on at the bottom lane against against Jambo. You can see the power of the tri-lane that Imba have. They're just commanding the jungle, and they're holding the lane as well, and there's almost no way that they can get even close to them. I'm going to put the last hits in deny so we can all see what's going on. And as we can see, Invoker is taking a nice little
denied.
A nice start, seeing a 3-1 to the only the 1-0 of Templar Assassin.
We have Keeper who's somehow got himself stuck in the trees, but obviously looking for a sneaky Q whenever he can.
Yeah.
But we have Jambo really playing aggressively in mid. Coco really trying to push Templar as much as he can and doing a very good job of it, which is quite surprising considering how you really expect Templar to be destroying. But
Yeah, that's a really good
Invoker
point.
really making it difficult.
He's got that quaz first level so that he can keep cold snapping and keep this Templar locked down. And even though refraction is very, very good against Invoker, cold snap is exceptionally good against Templar Assassin. You can't. It's like it's the only thing that keeps Invoker alive in lane against a Templar Assassin. And as we can see, Klink's already taking the lead in the last hits. Although Windrunner is doing very well to keep up, only sitting one behind. So the Klinks isn't having as nice a time as you would expect over there. So Harry's doing a really good job of keeping the Klinks locked down. But as this game goes on and we see more points putting into Searing Arrows, we're really going to see this Klinks have an absolutely lovely time against this Windrunner on the soft lane.
And let's not forget Klink's incredible ganking ability. I mean,
yeah, and look at
I
this last
fear for the
hit.
Invoker when he gets to level
already
6.
trying to go for the kill. Harry's trying to get away from it, but Harry's not going to escape. It looks like Klinks is actually going to draw first blood.
He's got it!
Klinks does draw first blood, and now we have to run all the way down to the bottom lane, but it's okay because nothing really happened. But as you can see,
Goodness gracious.
the amount of damage Klinks does with Searing Arrows at the beginning of the game is just unbelievable.
I fear that Windrunner is going to desperately need some help from Invoker the second he can, otherwise this is just not going to go well. And Templar Assassin now starting to get the lead over Invoker just slightly, but it's really important to see how the power kind of shifted over. Invoker's struggling now.
Yeah.
Just to handle with, obviously, that refraction. Once it starts to get leveled, you can't beat it.
And as soon as you get your bottle on Templar Assassin, it's so easy to keep ahead of an Invoker in lane. Spamming that refraction and keeping up. There was a slight buff to the refraction. It can now cost 100 mana, so it costs slightly more than the bottle gives you, but you can have pure ward control with this Templar Assassin with her traps as soon as you get to level 6, and it's going to be very difficult.
Bottom lane looks like it's going to explode into something, but
Leshrac actually
Jakira looks in trouble, but he's successfully queued.
There's the Sunstrike by Invoker picking up the Leshrac.
Fantastic Sunstrike!
Brilliant play.
Jakira is just escaping from that. We have...
This is really nice play at the moment.
Shadow Demon again getting away.
Went for the Ice Path, but it was completely missed, and now this Lifestealer is going to have to get back, but he has Rage up, so there's no way they're going to be able to kill him. But really nice play by Jambo at that bottom lane as well. Really nice Sunstrike by Invoker getting the kill. And that's actually going to help them a lot. That's the sort of thing they needed. They needed an early kill to get slightly ahead of this stronger, you have to say, tri-lane of Imba Battlenet with the Lifestealer and the combo, the Shadow Demon and the Leshrac.
Oh, it looks like... I would have thought Templar Assassin would have gone for a gank there, considering how vulnerable they are with Leshrac now back and everybody in position. Let's not forget also the level of... Keeper of the Light regenerating his mana, but he's spent almost all of it. There's going to be very difficult for him to ever really get anything back until the next about 30 seconds, so they have the potential to push back towards their tower. However, with Lifestealer's health consistently staying around half.
Look at this Klinks on this off lane for Imba. It's just ruling the game so far at 24-7 with the kill against the Windrunner, and Harry's down to half HP again. Just can't contain the Klinks on this offlane. It's so difficult for them.
Klink's looking for the biggest, best creep he can find, obviously, to try and probably kill the Windrunner again.
Yeah.
And I really fear for this Windrunner. I don't think that Harry's going to be able to survive against him at all. This is going to be a very easy top lane.
It's going to be so easy for Klinks until this Invoker gets up enough levels. Once he gets to his level 7 Invoker, then maybe he can go and help out, but until then, this Windrunner is just going to get nothing. And you can even see that Invoker.
But I have to say for Imba,
as well.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Wow, Templar Assassin completely dominating Invoker in mid. But if we look at Imba, you have to say for their tri-lane and hard lane, they're really doing well to counter-block that.
Yeah, but look at mid, Templar Assassin going for the dive on the Invoker. She's going to easily pick him off. The Ghost
Is she going to get it? She slowed him.
The Ghost Walk actually saves him.
That is a very good Ghost Walk by Coco. He's just managed to completely save himself there, but he's not running away, and that's something that could kill him. I mean, there's only one trap from Templar Assassin, and it's over for him. I think he's being a bit too cocky for his own good here.
Yeah, Templar Assassin trying to look around the back.
Looks like it is. Too good.
It looks like she's easily going to pick him off now. The Ghost Walk's nowhere near off of
This is it.
And that's first kill for the Templar Assassin in mid against the Invoker, and as you said, the Invoker's really going to struggle against Templar Assassin as soon as she gets any resemblance of farm.
Close to the mysteries.
And it looks like she already has. She's already got a bottle. She's already got boots. Meanwhile, we have Invoker with just his first blades of attack and trying to build a hand of Midas because he already knows he's struggling.
Yeah.
Instead of phase boots, he's just not going to be able to compete.
Attack.
It's going to be very, very difficult for him. There's no doubt about it.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, looks like Jakiro's been caught out of position and it's going to cost him a fortune. We've got...
It's a nice ice path though, actually.
But could this be turned around?
But the Light Stealer manages to get the kill. Juggernaut, nice Blade Fury, actually gets the kill on the Shadow Demon on the back of it. And Keeper of the Light still going for the Leshrac. He's going to channel, he's going to try and get the kill. He's going to get the kill for the Juggernaut, but here comes Templar Assassin.
Juggernaut caught it, but it's Light Stealer and Templar has arrived. Templar could be a Templar's backed off. Oh, that's a shame. We have Harry bottom again, completely left the Clinks up top to free farm. Not that that makes any difference considering how well Clinks has been doing against Windrunner.
Yeah, you have to say that you may as well just leave this Clinks alone now. You need to gank him eventually, but right for now, Harry's needed elsewhere, and he needs to start protecting other lanes. It looks like they're actually going to try and get a gank on Coco in mid. And this could be an easy setup. There goes Disruption, and here comes the Leshrac stun landing directly on top of his head.
This is
meld damage. The meld damage from Mint just takes off half of the HP of the Invoker in one hit, and there was just absolutely no way he was getting away from it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Absolutely, JD. That was ridiculous, but it looks like Imba are going for a shot. Oh my goodness, they've gone for Dust, and it looks like they might well go to kill Juggernaut at least, if not Jakiro.
They're definitely looking for it. It's it doesn't look like Jambo know they're there. They haven't backed off yet. They're just waiting around the trees, waiting for the perfect time to strike. They have enough mana
Obviously,
for
Juggernaut
everything
doing
they
the
need to
best
do.
for the Radiant. Juggernaut doing the best for the Radiant in terms of farm. They've gone for it, but it
They've
already
actually
has
gone
been
for
messed up
Lightstealer.
with
This could be a
Jakiro.
mistake. They actually saw them in the jungle, and look at the damage that Invoker is doing to both of these supports. He's actually might get a double kill. He's killed. They've turned it around, and Juggernaut gets the kill on the back as well. And now they're going to take out Lightstealer.
Absolutely.
Jambo completely turning it
my
around.
God. But is Lightstealer going to manage? Oh no, Imba haven't
have any
managed
mana for
to
his
combat
rage.
Jambo. He's
Doesn't
just
even
hidden
have
away,
mana for a
but can he
TP. He's
escape?
just
No.
hiding. He's not going to get away. They found him in the jungle, and lovely play by the Invoker, TPing down the bottom as soon as they saw that gank coming, and they turned it around magnificently.
I think the only word we can use for that there is just obliteration.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Really good communication and coordination by Jambo to get the kills there. And it looks like this Exort build is now starting to work out for this Invoker. He's got his hand of Midas, and that Chaos Meteor did so much damage to the two support heroes off in the trees. It hit them both, and they just wiped so ridiculously fast.
Well, if we look at his build, he's gone almost pure Exort. There's nothing other than a point of Gauze and a point of Wexford. Obvious, utility, but
Yeah.
he's just going to be doing masses of damage, but he's going to be quite squishy until he really, really puts himself into Quaz, which we'd expect from this kind of build because
Yeah. It looks like he's definitely going for the
against
hard
Templar
carry.
anyway.
He's definitely playing the hard carry sort of role, and that must mean they're leaving Juggernaut to try and... Oh, Juggernaut has actually picked up a Ring of Health, so it looks like he might be going hard carry as well. And it looks like they might be doing what you're doing, and just trying to turtle out the beginning of this game and hoping it goes long and just out-carrying. I don't think they noticed they have a Sentry Ward up in mid! He got the Ghost Walk off, but the Sentry Ward had been popped down, he hadn't noticed, and they just picked him off while he was Ghost Walking. And that was quite unfortunate. And then it looks like they're actually going to try and go for Juggernaut in the jungle, but they're not going to get him. He has Blade Fury up, so he will easily be able to survive that.
Windrunner looks like... Oh, it was uneventful.
It was quite unlucky. Looked like they might have been
Quite looking forward to seeing
pulling the light of heaven, but look behind. Here comes Shadow Demon. They've caught the Windrunner miles out of position now. Here comes the stun from Leshrac, and that Windrunner is going to drop ridiculously fast. And they're actually going to try and go for
Jakiro
Jakiro,
shouldn't have tried to save him.
There's nothing that Juggernaut can do. He's just got to
Can
let
they get
Jakiro
a no?
try and get away. Jakiro's not going to get away, but here comes the Invoker with that big Chaos Meteor again. Now they're just trying to auto-attack down this Lifestealer. He has Rage up, so he can get away if he needs to. He's hidden one of the...
And he's hidden to...
He's hidden in one of the creeps, and he's going to easily get away now. There's no way they're going to catch him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a nice play by
That was
Jock to get
fantastic
away.
play to escape by Lifestealer. Meanwhile, we've got Leshrac. He's really struggling. Imba just cannot keep up in terms of the tri-lane to try and keep with that health, constantly having to go back, but surviving, which is the ultimate thing. When you're tri-laning a hard lane, it's impressive enough. However, I've been quite surprised to see that there's no...
Clinks was miles ahead on net worth, but all of a sudden this Juggernaut has pulled it all the way back with a succession of kills and assists. He's only 300 behind now, so it looks like he might get caught out of position now, actually, because he doesn't have any mana whatsoever. It's actually only Lifestealer and Shadow Demon that have gone for him. It looks like Shadow Demon might actually have overstayed his welcome. This Invoker's going balls deep to try and get him. There's no chance he's going to pick him off there. Now the Invoker has to run. He doesn't have Ghost Walk up, but they've decided to back off. As Chikiro comes to assist, looking back at top, and look at Windrunner getting destroyed by this Clinks. Surviving on 17 HP. Clinks almost has the Orchid up already, so...
Oh my god, Clinks so low on health with Windrunner just around. It looks like Windrunner Harry's just going to try and power shot whenever he can.
Yeah, and a Sunstrike looks like it's going to be on the name of the game for Invoker in 6 seconds as soon as it's off cooldown, so this Clinks better start running or else they're going to get picked off. But in the meantime, Chikiro gets picked off by the rotation from that Templar Assassin. But look at the damage that Juggernaut's doing with his Blade Fury up at level 4. And Templar
What was that meld? Just huge damage.
Yeah, it's doing huge damage to everyone, but I don't think that was the correct play, revealing themselves. They actually managed to get back in the meld. Now it's 4v3. Imba looking to turn it around. They pick off this Invoker on the back, just surrounding him, and now they all have to run or else they're going to get caught out dramatically. Harry teleports on lane. Nice shackle shot, catches 2, and Juggernaut's going to get a few free kills
Juggernaut going to get a double! Oh, but will he escape? Will he escape? No, instant kill by Templar Assassin. Chikiro trying to catch him. Power shot. Templar dies!
And now
that was fantastic play by Jambo.
But yeah, really nice counterplay by Jambo again with Harry coming down the lane, and this time the Light of Heaven shackle shot hit, and that was pretty fantastic play.
Absolutely. After Imba still dominating on kills and ultimately dominating on net worth and farm, but if Jambo keep playing like that, there's no doubt that they're going to take the lead.
Yeah, if they can keep counter attacking, and this Juggernaut's getting as many kills as he needs. He's sitting at 425, which is good enough for him, and now he's just going to rotate to bottom lane to try and get as much farm as possible. He's still looking to try and get his Battle Fury. He's got his Perseverance, should I call it, up already. So.
But it looks like Lifestealer's going to take down Chikiro. Absolutely no help.
There's no way Chikiro's going to get away from this. This Lifestealer's fast Simon with the phase boost is just going to catch him up and right-click him down. But they're going to catch the Shadow Demon on the back of it with Invoker. That's a really easy kill. Invoker's got so much damage at this early stage, especially with that Chaos Meteor.
Again, it's that pure exort with only 2 points of quad. He's not going to escape. He managed to Ghost Walk. That's fantastic.
Ghost Walk just in time. Neither of them have the Sentry Wards. It was the Shadow Demon that had the Sentry Wards on them. Leshrac has a Sentry Ward up, trying to come in, maybe pop it down, but Coco's long gone by now.
Definitely. It looks like Imba are really committing to just pushing as fast as possible, which is surprising considering how much more carry-centric their team is. Although I suppose the more they push, the less they have to counter-push, which is essential with this team. It looks like Jambo will be entirely push-centric.
At top, getting the attack off as Keeper of the Light had used his ultimate to transfer Juggernaut down to him. Clinks cancelled it at the last second and then managed to pick him off after Juggernaut came back round to try and get the kill. Which is looking pretty bad for the Juggernaut, but this Clinks is still just completely dominating. Look at the net worth. He's sitting at 6.4k net worth already. Sitting at 4-1-0. He's just having a lovely time farming away, picking up kills when he needs to, and he's going to become an unstoppable force pretty soon. They need to start doing something about him.
Is under attack.
Even if they invis, there's the problem of Skeleton Walk providing so much ridiculous movement speed. I don't think they're going to catch him no matter what they try and do.
Yeah.
It's just going to be free farm constantly for Clinks all up top. He's going to stay out of the game
Coco's
and just
actually
get fed
got caught out,
for them.
used the Deafening
But
Blast,
meanwhile,
trying to get away in the Chaos Meteor. Here comes Juggernaut back on the attack, trying to get a kill on Emma. He's not going to get him. He actually might get them all here. The Lifestealer hides again in a neutral creep, and he's easily going to get away.
Is under attack.
fantastic play there. That was the dead on. He had all of 100 health left. Fantastic. And JAMBO have been, what looks like just completely confused. Lifestealer comes out, that's foolish play.
And that's very aggressive.
That was
it looks
foolish
like he's not going to get it.
completely.
He's just going to get destroyed by 4 or 5 heroes hanging around. And now Leshrat looks like he might get caught out. The Windrunner
and
doesn't
Leshrat
quite hit.
Tower has fallen.
Are we going to be looking? Has Invoker successfully got a Sunstrike? He does.
And there it is, and it gets a kill on the Shadow Demon.
That Keeper's Q just slightly taking the lead. Unbelievably great play. But with such an intelligence-heavy team, we're going to need more, much more Chakra Magic around everywhere, especially considering that Invoker is their main carry at the moment. He's going to need just everything he can.
If
With
you haven't
Juggernaut
noticed,
still
Templar
desperately
Assassin
needing
just
farm.
hiding in the trees there, while 5 of Jambo's team just kind of patrol on the outside. Templar Assassins just hanging around, waiting for an opportunity to attack. They're all TPing at the tier 2 tower, so they're going to try and counter-attack on both sides with this Templar Assassin around the back. Templar Assassin puts up the refraction, looks like they might engage pretty soon. She's going to just one-hit this. She's going to one-hit this Jakiro, there it is!
Oh, that
Pops down to one-hit the Jakiro while he
poor
wasn't paying
Jakiro.
any attention, and the
It
Juggernaut
looks
actually
Carrie's
uses
going
the
to-
ult, it doesn't hit
oh.
anyone.
It hits the Lifestealer constantly. A fantastic play by Juggernaut. Actually turned around the Lifestealer, made him feel unsure, while Rimrunner got to TP away. Lifestealer was such low health from Keeper's ulti.
But look
Keeper
at this
could-
damage
Keeper's Q.
from
Keeper
Templar
could turn around.
Assassin. Destroying everyone out
No
the
chance for
back.
Jambo.
But
Ah,
really good team fight for Imba. That's exactly what they needed at this stage to try and just take back the game that they were winning at the beginning. They started to lose it slightly, but that was exactly what they needed. A 4-0. Picking off the heroes.
I don't know
that
about
they
you, Jamie,
needed
but
to
look at these
kill.
towers.
Yeah. Clinks has just been...
Look at these towers.
Clinks on this offlane has been unstoppable for taking towers. They can't counter him, so the entire time that they've been trying to stop the push coming on the other lanes, this Clinks has just been taking 2 or 3 towers completely on his own, and there's nothing they can do to stop it.
And look at that farm by him, 102 last hits compared to Juggernaut's the highest on Jambo with 64. It looks like it might be all over unless they really find a way to counter
Shadow Demon
Clinks
catches
and
Jakiro
Templar
again.
Assassin.
Jakiro's going to fall
Jakiro's-
quite easy to
oh,
meld
it's all
damage. They're not even going to catch up. It looks like Coco is actually diving in to try and get the kill. He manages to pick off the Leshrac on the back. The burn damage will get him. And now they're trying to take down this Templar Assassin. They know where you are, Templar. You stood right there. They're not going to let you go. They're not going to let you get away from that. The Windrunner Shackle Shot, they get the kill, and the Lifestealer was hit inside as well. The Lifestealer manages to get the kill on Coco by jumping out and then instantly dies.
Radiant's top tower is under
But look at
But at
Clink's
least he got
top.
the kill, which is a fantastic thing for him.
Clink's just soloing the
Oh
tower
my
at top.
god, Clink's already taken the tower.
tower has
And then backing out.
Within
and getting
20
away.
minutes he's already pushed.
Yeah.
Just, this is madness from Jambo. Just trying to counter it, but again, when you don't have that kind of Batrider counter, which Jambo I think are fantastic for, if I remember correctly, then it's just not going to be able to be viable against a Templar. There's no chance, and even though he has all that damage...
I believe you're talking about Gamertson when it comes to the old Batrider, but I'll let you off on that one. It's just a slip of the tongue.
Oh, that's it. Forgive me there.
But yeah, that Batrider ban, picking up the Templar Assassin has been so good in this game, sitting at 7-2-3. So
Looks like Clinks is going for Coco. No, he
Clinks
went
is
straight
going round
through,
the back.
which is surprising.
oh no, he's just gone into the
He's
jungle to
going
find
to
the
pick-
Juggernaut.
oh,
and
no,
that's
he's gone for
easy
Jug.
kill for the Clinks, who's got so
And he-
much damage. They used the dust
He's
to try
already
and
got.
get the
He's
kill.
been sighted, but
He's still
not with
dusted.
Leshrac
They might
around.
get
I
him,
don't
but
believe he's going to get
Look
anything.
at that damage. He's just gonna kill them all now. Harry's trying to get the kill as well. Harry tries to back away. The meld actually gets blocked by the Windrun, but Clinks' damage is just absolutely
and Invoker
absurd.
taken down.
He's gonna take out Keeper of the Light on the back of it as well, is he? Yes, he will. The burn damage from the Orchid gets it. Really good play by this.
Again, hard laning tri-lane. Hard lane and tri lane is so situational, but when you have a Clinks versus a Windrunner, you can't resist it. Just the amount that Clinks can carry. The only real person that can counter him in that kind of one-for-one environment is someone like Bounty Hunter, who just does ridiculous prods, but that's obviously not going to happen in this kind of game.
Yeah, Clinks is really good last pick. And what's Clinks
already
dropped? He's dropped an Iron Brand, so it looks like he's...
I believe he's going to be building a Black King bar by the looks of it. That's what I mean. Sorry, Monkey King bar. Terrible mistake.
Slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Just kill me now.
Just for the Windrunner. yeah, just for the Windrunner. He
Leicester could just... Everybody going for Roshan. Obviously, they've not got that much worry when Clinks has that strafe. Just does so much damage, and Jambo completely oblivious.
Yeah, it looks like Lifestealer's going to be picking this up, but there's no... Oh no, it looks like... Lifestealer did pick it up.
Okay.
But a nice pickup there for Imba. They can now just start to dominate this game, and it's going to take something pretty huge from Jambo to try and get back into this. You've just got to feel it was that one big team fight at bottom that they've turned it around for Imba. They played that so ridiculously well and managed to get the 4th row and get a little bit more farm for their carries. But yeah,
obviously you just have to feel so sorry for that. Sorry, you just have to feel so sorry for that brilliantly countered Jakiro at 0 to 8.
Yeah.
He's experienced nothing but painful day.
Yeah,
But you're right, exactly. I mean, this is... You're wondering now exactly when will they call GG? Are they going to try and save them, or have they just accepted? Jambo mainly turtling, Imba just running around having their own fun.
Templar's completely invis, and
it looks like Harry
going for Harry, but Harry actually manages to pop the Windrun just in time and get away. They might get caught out in the jungle though. Keeper of the Light getting caught by Leshrac is going to fall ridiculously fast. Actually manages to pop the mechs and might get away. No, the meld damage off of this Templar Assassin is way too strong. Now she has her BKB, there's absolutely no stopping her. And the meld damage picks up the Juggernaut as well. The Ice Path
Lifestealer desperate to get one kill at least. There we go, he got
gets a kill and now gets popped off the mag. They actually can see Templar. So Templar's going to drop to the to Coco on the Invoker, and now it looks like they're going to try and turn on this Lifestealer. Lifestealer's going to pick up a pretty easy kill here on Coco. Now might turn around. He's got the triple kill. It's going for the ultra kill on Harry. Not going to get it. Just going to back off.
Open wounds almost open. Open wounds is now around. Harry is going to go for it. I think Lifestealer's just going to turn around. Open wounds.
There's your kid and the ultra
exactly
kill.
As I said.
Well called. I didn't see the Clinks coming in the back.
Poor Jambo.
And another really well played fight for Imba. Yeah, the biggest problem you had to feel with this game was that Clinks. I called it at the start saying that Clinks on the off lane against the solo Windrunner is going to be a big problem for Jambo. And if you just look at his net worth, he's already sitting at 14k. He's 612. He's just absolutely dominating this game. No one can get anywhere near him. He's already taken 4 or 5 towers by himself.
That's 3 to 5 times the value. 3 times the value of Juggernaut. Juggernaut not even with a Battle Fury yet, as it looks like he's desperately trying to build.
Yeah,
it's over. There's no way that Juggernaut can catch up. And as the hardest carry with Invoker, obviously doing the most damage, but just still negative. He's not going to be able to get out of this. And a Hand of Midas, I think personally, is a foolish decision. You should have gone for something that could have made him faster earlier to counter Templar Assassin's ridiculously good way of getting rid of him. He should have went for that face boots earlier.
The problem that the Jambo have now is just his Clinks. But if they can pick him off at the beginning of the team fight, Clinks are still really squishy. If they can pop down a sentry and pick him off, there he is right in the middle of them all, then they could still win team fights. I mean, look at the amount of damage they can do as soon as they get their carries online. It's just that Clinks off the back. You can see again just destroying everyone. Now the dust comes out. Harry pops the Windrunner.
Clinks has been sighted.
Are they going to be able to finally manage to kill the Clinks? No, they all have to back away just because of the damage Clinks does on his auto attacks. He gets the triple kill, and it looks like
absolutely insane. When you look at that, that's Juggernaut running away with his tail between his legs, and can you blame him?
No.
It looks like absolute domination, and you really have to feel for Jambo because that Clinks counter is just brutal.
At the beginning of the game, it was going really well for them on that tri-lane. They were winning the tri-lane, which is exactly what they needed to do. But the Clinks has just started to dominate this game. And they don't have a strong counter for the Clinks or the Templar Assassins, so it was very, very, very difficult for them to really do anything as soon as they got online, and they got online so ridiculously fast. Clinks actually managed to get a kill, and I was completely oblivious to it.
Me too, sorry, I really should be more alert there.
That's
We have
how fast
Harry
Clinks
still going for it, and this poor...
Poor
We need a medal for Jakiro for effort. Come on, Grimson just... He keeps trying and he keeps trying, but 0 to 11, there's no
They are
hope.
actually called GGs. The
There we
GGs
go,
have
the
been
GGs
called
have
out,
been called.
and Imba will be taking this game. It was nice play
See,
by
Jambo
both teams,
didn't
but-
actually pick that bad.
No, I think it was just that
Jambo
Clinks.
didn't pick that bad, no.
It's that Clinks pick that took them by surprise so much. It's like we've seen
Lifesteal
it
are
in the
about to get a
past,
kill. Oh
where
no, he turned it around.
They actually managed to pop them off, but now
At least-
Templar Assassin is going to kill absolutely everybody. There's almost no doubt that she's
This
going to kill
poor-
everybody. She's been mana leaked, so it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah,
Boom,
this is
massive
over.
knowledge.
Blink dagger up for Templar. I'm expecting a quick little blink around when this Jakiro tries to escape, but she doesn't need
gone.
it. Unbelievable. They've tried to pop dust, but I don't think they're seeing just kind of how...
No.
There's no point. This is over.
They've already called the GGs. They'll start disconnecting as soon as a few more towers are down. But yeah, looking back at the pick stage of this game, it was looking fine for Jambo right up until that Clinks. Right at the end, they had no heavy counter for the Clinks, and they couldn't risk putting their tri lane on the off lane because it just wasn't strong enough. They couldn't risk playing try v try with their try on a hard lane. It just would not have worked. They would have been destroyed. So, because Imba knew this, they could afford to put the Clinks there.
It seems like Jambo picked so well against every single ban that they did. They banned Nyx, so Jambo got all intelligence, but then it just... that runner completely made them turn it around, and that clever counter picking just instantly went out of their favour.
Yeah. Don't click leave game this time, Beg. We've got this one. We've got this.
I won't. I won't, but I'll still be here. Don't worry.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, it was really nicely played by Imba. That was a really strong performance, especially for their first proper game of this tournament, their first streamed game of this tournament. They played that really well, really calm and collected. Even when things started to go wrong at the beginning, they knew exactly what they had to do, and they did it.
It was just an absolutely fantastic match. Unfortunately, Jambo playing so well that despite everything, they can't escape. And with people like Jakiro not being able to have any real thing apart from his Q to try and get away,
Yeah.
they had no hope. With this Clinks, Templar, all fast-moving disables everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just all over.
Unfortunately, we are going to have to call the pre-match interview there, and we're not going to be able to talk any more about this, even though it was a really good game, because I'm going to see if I can organise the actual game between Imba and BGPF right now, and then hopefully we'll be back in about 15 to 20 minutes with that game live streamed. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this game, and hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We love casting, and we love casting for you guys. I am Just Delicious saying goodbye, and this is Vague.
I'm Vague, and thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I've been a bit of a bumbler, but this has been a fantastic game for me. I hope it has been for you too. Me and Jodie love you very much, and we hope to see you again soon.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good luck, have fun.